Good day, folks. Welcome to Just Omer. My name is Omer Ahern Jr., and this is my periodic report as the Grafton County Commissioner from District 3, Grafton County District 3, here in Grafton County, New Hampshire. And I am one of 3 county commissioners. I serve, I'm elected from the towns in the eastern southern part of Grafton County. I serve with County Commissioner Wendy Piper, who is from District 1, and she's elected from the towns of Hanover, Lebanon, and Enfield. And then we serve with Commissioner Linda Lauer, who is a Navy veteran, and she is elected from the towns in western and northern Grafton County. And together, the 3 of us are in charge of the operations at the Grafton County Farm and Grafton County Nursing Home and Department of Corrections up in North Haverhill. And the county commissioners meet once a week, normally, unless it's the 4th Tuesday of the month, and then we don't normally have a meeting on the 4th Tuesday of the month. So we meet on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock normally, and we have reports every week from various department heads and elected officials. And we met yesterday, Tuesday, February 8th at 9 o'clock at the Commissioners' Conference Room up in North Haverhill. And if you would like to attend some of those meetings in person, yes, those meetings are all open to the public. And sometimes if people want to attend via Zoom, just let our administrative assistant, Samantha Norcross, know, and she can make arrangements for you to attend via Zoom. We always start out with the Pledge of Allegiance to our nation's flag. And then the first report was from the High Sheriff of Grafton County, Jeffrey Stiegler, and he gave his periodic report, monthly report, and he also had provided to the commissioners the overall report for the calendar year 2021 from his department, the Sheriff's Department, showing how many warrants his office served and how many prisoner transports his office provided, and the court security that he provides with the court security officers. And one of the things that we discussed with him yesterday was an increase in the service of process fees, serving a writ of summons or a landlord-tenant writ or things like that. And there is a state statute that allows the sheriff's departments, with the approval of the county delegation executive committee, to have an increase in those service fees, which are supposed to be repaid by the plaintiffs or the person issuing those warrants. Those are supposed to be repaid to the county, but 1% is the amount that it's going up this time, which is based upon some consumer price index for the year 2021. I think June 2021 is what we're basing this on, even though I think if you take a look at the news these days, our inflation rate right now is much, much higher than that. So the sheriff talked with the county commissioners about where they felt about this increase, and there hasn't been any increases in these service fees by the Sheriff's Department for at least 10 years, he said to us. And of course, you've got equipment, the vehicles are more expensive. Certainly right now, the cost of gasoline and oil is much more expensive. Certainly the wages to the deputies that make the service, those have gone up. And the entire process of putting together, from the time the warrant article or the warrant is brought into the Sheriff's Department until the time it is actually served, there's a lot of administrative paperwork that's being done in the Sheriff's office. So the commissioners approved that increase as of the 1st of July, which is the beginning of our fiscal year. But the commissioners can't really approve that. We're going to join with the sheriff in requesting this 1% increase of the county delegation as they make the final budget decisions here in New Hampshire for each of the counties. There was also we had put out one of the sheriff's department's Ford Interceptors. It had served its useful life. You know, it reached the mileage point, I don't know, close to 200,000 miles. It's a 2018 Ford Interceptor. The county received 8 bids on that Ford Interceptor, and the high bidder was Bay Ridge Motors, believe it or not, out of Staten Island, New York. Those folks have purchased evidently 3 or 4 of our county sheriff's vehicles over the years, and have been very, very pleased with the, with what they buy through this bidding process. Most of the bids were in the $5,000, high $4,000 range. The next highest bid was $9,809, and that came from Asia Motors. I can't remember quite where those folks are from. So the commissioners approved the sale of that 2018 Ford Interceptor, which has been retired from the sheriff's department. But if you look at the budget, yes, you will see where the county is replacing, on a regular basis, these sheriff's department motor vehicles, because they put a lot of miles on them in the course of a year. But I want to show my appreciation to Sheriff Stiegler for the work that he and his deputies and administrative staff at his office do, and some of the work that his deputies are called upon to do, is not necessarily really safe for most people. So I'm just very, very proud of the deputies that we have at the Grafton County Sheriff's Department. So, my kudos to those ladies and gentlemen that are our deputy sheriffs. The next item on the agenda was the county attorney, Marcy Hornick, but she was unable to make the meeting because she evidently had to be the attorney on call at the county attorney's office yesterday. Evidently one of her other staff attorneys was not able to make it for whatever reason. So the next item on the agenda was the monthly report from the county farm manager, Grant Nelson, and he gives us a pretty complete report each month when he comes in. One of the things that he is actively working on is the farm doc program that the commissioners approved just about a year ago, and he's kind of been working on that with the Department of Corrections, which is the DOC part of Farm Doc, Farm Department of Corrections. Again, the purpose of Farm Doc is to try to reduce the cost of the food budget item in the Department of Corrections. And so I'll talk about a couple of the things that he's doing in his report here to further the Farm Doc operations. But the first item that he reports on every month is the dairy, our dairy cow situation. So he reported that they are currently milking 80 cows. Most of the cows that they're most of the cows that they are milking are Holsteins. Those are the black and white ones. But they had a few brown and whites get mixed in there. So I grew up with Holstein cows, and they're a great dairy cow. So we are currently milking 80 cows, averaging 76 pounds per cow, and the milk components are holding steady at 4.2% butterfat and 3.24% protein. 11,900 pounds of milk are being shipped every other day. We sell most all of our milk to Agrimark, and that brings in quite a bit of money into the farm program. And the farm is there to provide food, to feed vegetables into the nursing home and the Department of Corrections. And we also have a farm stand up there. This year we were only able to sell potatoes, winter squash, pumpkins, and that's about it, because we don't have the labor supply in the most of the labor on the farm comes from the Department of Corrections inmates, residents of the Department of Corrections. And because of the COVID lockdowns and the court not being able to hold the jury trials, our inmate population is way down, such that right now, and he's going to report on that in this, that there's only one inmate available for the farm, staff, supervision, and one inmate is with Sergeant Griffin. So Sergeant Griffin is in charge of the community corrections program, where the inmates, trustees that can be trusted, go out with Sergeant Griffin and they do cleanup in the cemeteries in the various towns. They've done painting for a number of nonprofits over the last few years. And again, that's designed to get the inmates out of the correctional facilities, get them working, get them doing some things so that maybe when they get out, they've got some better life skills. So, getting back to the milk, Grafton County Farm received $22.48 per hundredweight for the January milk. And $22.48 in the present market is not too bad. So we're pleased with what's going on there. The veterinarian will be coming in to do some pregnancy checking on 5 of our sows, and 5 of the sows had visited with the boar that we have up there. So there are 4 other sows that are visiting with the boar right now, and we also recently purchased a young boar. So there's been a number of folks that contact the county farm because the county farm over the years has been selling piglets to various people. So if you're interested in purchasing a piglet or 2 or 3 or 4, contact the Grafton County Dairy Farm or the Grafton County Farm, and that telephone number is available on the Grafton County website. A lot of people really have good things to say about the piglets that they buy from Grafton County. The 4th item on his report is that the farm dock plan is moving forward. 2 cull cows from the county farm. These would be dried out dairy cows, cows that no longer can be part of the milking procedures and process at the county farm. So 2 cull cows were processed by the Northeast Kingdom Processing up in Vermont, and the Department of Corrections received 1,322 pounds of meat. Most of it was Hamburg, yes, because that's kind of the meat that comes from, dried out, or what we call cull. I call them dried out dairy cows. And the next scheduled processing date is April 27th for another 2 cull cows. The 5th item on his report is that the potato sales are improving. One of the outfits up in Littleton, Big Papa's, are selling Grafton County potatoes, and we are kind of keep in contact with some of the other towns that have food banks, and see, we've been trying to talk with the town of Ashland and some other towns that have food banks to provide food to those needy that are out there. The item number 6 is a little disappointing to me. The plan for operating the farm stand for the 2022 season, The plan for operating the farm stand for the 2022 season will be very similar to last year's operations at the farm stand. The focus again will be on sweet corn, pumpkins, winter squash, and potatoes. So that's the quick report from Grant Nelson, the farm manager. There were a few other things. We had to sign some paperwork with regard to the Forest Patrol agreement that we have with the federal government because of the services that the Sheriff's Department provides up in the White Mountain forest area that's within Grafton County. Also, we had a request from the Broadband Committee, the County Broadband Committee. A lot of discussion going on with what the Broadband Committee is doing, trying to bring broadband coverage into all of Grafton County. And so one of their members has retired as one of the town administrators. And so we had an opportunity to appoint Austin Albro, who is the town administrator for the town of Warren. And I know Austin, and I think he's agreed to serve on the county broadband committee. And we're very pleased that Austin Albro has agreed to serve on that committee. We had a couple of other non-public sessions during the course of that meeting, and of course I can't talk about items that are in the non-public session. Some of those items, we can't even talk about later on because of the sensitivity and the requirements under the RSA 91-A:3, which is the heart of the non-public session open meeting law. One of the other reports that we get on a monthly basis from the Department of Corrections is the Superior Court report. And this is also, to me, as an attorney at law, who I learned in law school that justice delayed is justice denied. And this Superior Court report lists all of the inmates, residents in the Department of Corrections that are presently at and incarcerated at the Grafton County House of Correction. And these are pretrial folks, people that have not had their cases adjudicated. Most of these are out of the Grafton County Superior Court. We've got a couple out of the Littleton Family Court. Got some out of the Cowas Superior Court, Cowas County. We got some from the Colebrook Circuit Court, Haverhill Circuit Court, and we've got some people that have been serving in excess of 330 days. Some folks serving in excess of 267 days. A lot of the offenses that they're in there for are, felonious sexual assault, child pornography, reckless conduct, second-degree assault, first-degree assault, criminal trespass, acts prohibited, theft by unauthorized taking, receiving stolen property, stalking, disorderly conduct, conspiracy, breach of bail conditions, resisting arrest, domestic violence, criminal contempt, a lot of breach of bail conditions, criminal threatening, resisting arrest or detention, bail jumping, just a whole, here's some more child pornography, a felon in possession of a dangerous weapon, simple assault, endangering the welfare of a minor, delivery of articles, illegal articles into a jail or correctional facility, controlled drugs, violation of probation, a lot of violation of probation, a lot of Controlled Drug Act. So, we got one person being held there for manslaughter, aggravated driving while intoxicated, manslaughter. And these are offenses that have occurred in Grafton County over the last years and months. We're going to be having a presentation by the farm manager. I believe it's going to be at next week's meeting. Let me look at my calendar book on the Farm Doc program. What's the status of the Farm Doc program? Yeah, on February 15th, that's a Tuesday at the County Commissioners meeting. We're going to be recognizing 3 individuals who are being recognized in the county annual report. And Francis Muzzy from Wentworth is being recognized as an outstanding resident of the District 3 that I represent. But we're also going to have a Farm Doc report from Grant Nelson. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. And if some of you would like to find out how the Farm Doc program is coming along, we're still at the point now where we're not sure that all of the things that have been proposed under Farm Doc are going to be able to be actually implemented due to the state of the law in the state of New Hampshire. I mean, historically, all of the things that are referenced and proposed under the Farm Doc program were done at the county homes. The county homes, county farms were set up in the 1870s by state statute, and there's a whole panoply of laws right now that control what can be done on the county operations. Certainly the United States Department of Agriculture, they have their rules and regulations. The New Hampshire Department of Agriculture has their rules and regulations about food safety issues and so on. So there may need to be, what I feel are some appropriate amendments or modifications to some of our state statutes to allow us to do more for the inmates, the residents at the Department of Corrections. But certainly one of the big items under the Farm Doc program is to provide dairy products, to produce dairy products, whole milk, cream, butter, yogurt, cheese, right there on the farm. And we've got the milk there. We're looking into the purchase of a dairy processing box trailer. We're hopefully going to be able to get that through the ARPA funding, the American Recovery Plan Act. The county still has some few millions of dollars still left to be apportioned as needed to do the things that we feel would be in the best interest in the long run for the residents that we serve at the nursing home and the people that are incarcerated at the Department of Corrections, with the idea of trying to produce more of our own food on the county farm and save you, the taxpayers, some money. So so next week we're going to be talking about Farm Doc a little bit more and see where the plan is going, see what can be done. And again, we've got some things that are already being done, growing, the winter squash and potatoes and sweet corn, and now processing some of the dried out dairy cows. If we weren't going to be processing the dried out dairy cows, what happens is they are sold to a cattle dealer who comes in and offers a price for our dried out dairy cows, and they're loaded into his trailer on a periodic basis, and they are hauled away. So, but we have found that with this first delivery of the dairy, the beef, that there was a savings of about $1 a pound for the beef that is being consumed, and it's all properly processed in a United States Department of Agriculture licensed facility there in the state of Vermont. So we're trying to go in the right direction. So I'm your county commissioner, and I'm always looking for feedback, and that's one of the reasons why I do this Just Omer program. And I really want to thank, again, the folks here at PBTV for allowing me this opportunity almost on a weekly basis to make these reports to you, with the hope that you may be able to take some of this information and help you make some decisions when it comes time, to vote and look at when you're, especially with town meeting coming up, and you're going to be looking at your town's budgets, and what are you going to be paying for taxes on your town budget, because a portion of your tax bill as a real estate owner, your real estate taxes, a portion of your tax bill is county taxes. And this year, because of the hard work of the county commissioners, we were able to keep the county tax rate level. Yes, we worked with the county delegation, county executive committee, and so ultimately the final decision maker with regard to the county budget is the county delegation. And again, the county delegation are those members of those state representatives who you elect from within Grafton County. They're on the county delegation. Yes, they're the state reps. They help to pass laws down in Concord, but they also wear a second hat as the members of the county delegation. And there are many laws that talk about the interaction between what the Grafton County Commissioners can do and what they can do, but only with the consent and the okay of the county delegation. So there's a lot of stuff going on. One of the things that the county is looking to do is to start a Christmas tree plantation up on the county land. We've identified a piece of land that isn't really capable of sustaining anything because of where it's located. It doesn't have any timber growing on it right now, and it certainly looks like it might be an appropriate place according to the county forester, Jim Frone, with the United States with the UNH Cooperative Extension, and Jim has identified that area. Again, he's the county forester. He's also a great guy if you have some land, forest land, you want to have someone come and take a look at. Jim is the guy to do it. He doesn't charge you to come and look at it. But he can come and walk around your woodlot with you. So Jim Frone up at the UNH Cooperative Extension up at Grafton County. Again, the county is still looking for corrections officers, nursing staff, dietary staff. So please go to the human resource on the Grafton County website. So again, I want to thank PBTV. My name is Omer Ahern Jr. I am the Grafton County Commissioner from District 3. My email address is omer.ahern.jr@gmail.com, and my phone number is 603-764-6024. And I thank you very much. God bless America, and God bless the great Granite State of New Hampshire. Thank you and take care.